So I am Zahraa Kareem. I am from Iraq. I am 19 years old. Currently, I live in Palma de Mallorca, Spain. It was a difficult journey to leave Yemen, to leave Iraq because I have been resident in Yemen for more than 10 years. So I am a survivor of two wars. I have been a refugee almost all my life because in 2004 we left Iraq and we went to Yemen to live there until 2015. And the reason that I left Yemen is because of the cause of war. And one thing I really remember is that in Yemen, really there was a lot of bombs, a lot of death, a lot of horrible things that happened. Of course, our feelings were really, we were really sad because we lost everything we had. My mom lost her place of the working place. My dad lost his place of the working place, and we lost our house. We lost our everything. And I remember one thing that is really important to say is that what I learned from this thing when the bomb happened, there was a really strong bomb that happened in Yemen in our house, and the house was falling, and we had to leave the house. But my parents said, Zara, we have to leave. And I remember going to my room and wanting to take something, but I actually didn't take anything with me because I realized that the only thing that's worth in that room is myself, and objects and clothes and jewelry and phones and technology, everything. These things don't define us. We define ourselves by ourselves, by the way we think, by our humanity, by our kindness. And I really learned this, and I'm really thankful that I went through what I went through because it made me who I am today. And then we went from Yemen to Turkey by a normal plane. From Turkey, we took the boat to Greece. We tried the boat for 3 times. It was horrible because refugees are treated like an object in this um, in this journey, especially when you go into the boat, because the smuggler really throws the people in the boat. And it was horrible for me to see my mom, my sister, and 2 kids and her husband to be thrown in the boat as if they were objects, as if they were garbage. And this really made make me angry because it's like powerless versus powerful, and we don't have any voice to speak, I cannot say no because I need it. And it's really sad that we have to go through this to just have a safe life, because all what we wanted is a safe life. We don't want to escape from our countries. Refugees don't want to escape from their countries. Refugees does not, like, they don't choose to escape from their countries. Refugees are forced to leave their countries because they have no home left, no hope left, no money left, no family left. And it's really important to say this because there is some people in Europe that think that refugees come to steal money and to take money, but actually no, refugees are here because they want to start a new life. So if Europe offer for refugees good work, refugees will not say no, refugees will work. But all what they offer for refugees is cleaning and lowering them, and it's really disrespectful because we are not treated equally, it's not, there is no equality in nowadays. I feel like I say what I say. I go to schools to show people that we have to be equal. It doesn't matter if I'm a refugee. In the end, we are all human. In the end, we all share the same basic rights in Earth. As much as I respect a human, I will respect trees. I will respect animals. You know what I mean? So like equality, 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 and I hope in the future life we will have equality. And so being taking the boat and arriving to Greece, to Lesbos, was a bit horrible because we were in the boat in, um, in the sea for more than 5 hours almost. there was a couple of boats with us that they died, they didn't arrive, and so it was something really horrible to as well hear that people didn't survive. And I'm happy that I'm a survivor of war. I'm happy that I'm a survivor of being in the sea and all these things. I really want as well to share my experience being in the borders, because in the borders it's a little bit, well, it's a lot challenging, because there is no food, there is no money, there is no water. People lost everything they have. People throw their bags, people lose their bags, and of course lose everything during war, during their escape. And in the borders, literally, we will have to wake up in the morning for bread to eat for the breakfast and for the whole day. There was other organization that they would come and help refugees and bring them sandwiches, but mostly you will have to stand in a really long line in the morning to take one piece of bread. And this as well shows me to appreciate things in life, because before I used to be a spoiled child, and so for me to be able to take this piece of bread really made me appreciate food, appreciate little things that we live for, but we don't realize, like food, water, like spending water, spending electricity. I'm so careful with these things now, and it's because I have been living in the borders for more than 4 months. I really felt trapped at some point in the borders, because there was no way to go out, because when they closed the borders, and it was couple of numbers and we could escape, but they closed it in number 20, number 19, and we had number 21, and they closed the borders. And really it was shocking for us, but at the same time we had to see another way, because in life you will never get what you want, you will never get what you want. And if there is another way, if this way what you want is closed, there is another way. And we have always to be hopeful and see the light, see the light behind all the things, and try to have a positive attitude, instead of thinking and crying and overthinking and saying why and blaming God for being just in the borders. So of course there was happiness in the borders, there was positive vibes in the borders, of course. There was a lot of groups sitting together singing. I could see the children smiling. It's the purest thing, honestly, because they define themselves, they don't have anything to define them. So there is nice moment, of course, but it's not as much as the pain we had. And so we had to leave to go back to Athens. We went back to Athens, my mother, my sister, her husband, and two kids. Unfortunately, actually, my dad did not go with us in the journey. He stayed in Iraq with my other sister, because she's married and he had some illnesses. Yeah, but however, my dad now is here because we did for him reunion, and he's here since 7 months. So we went back to Athens. We entered a program named Real Location Program. It's a legal program, and it was actually a good program because it was legal, and all refugees can sign up, do an interview, and wait for the decision to come from places in Europe, countries that will accept us. And so after almost 4 months in being in Athens, they accepted my sister and her husband and two kids to France. And after almost 10, 11 months, they accepted us to Spain, and that's how we came to Spain. It was Spain chose us, and we came to by plane, normal plane, to Madrid. From Madrid to Palma de Mallorca. We stayed here in a camp for 6 months. It's a refugee camp, and it was not that horrible because they really treated us good. Under Red Cross organization, there was food provided, everything was provided. And so now I'm gonna say a bit the light bit of my life, because I'm actually really thankful of everything. And after being here, I had the opportunity to have the opportunity and the chance to be in an English school to do my A levels, and they took me as a scholarship. And really, these things show me that just if you believe in light, there will be light, and if you believe in hope, there will be hope. Even though how many things difficult you go through. I went to a Catalan school and for 6 months, and I was depressed, but I was like, I still have hope, and I had it, and I saw the hope, and I saw the light. And now I'm currently studying my last A level year. My parents are here as well. We still have help from the government. It's not that much now because now we live in an apartment, they pay for it, but with the food situation, it's a little bit less. But I was working in summer, but of course now it's a bit challenging, and we are thankful for everything. Like we're thankful.